Hello everyone, Dr. Stock. Today we're talking Tuesday earnings, and I have three companies that I think are of great interest to us as we watch those earnings play out on Tuesday, February 21st. So, exciting day. Not only is it my wife's birthday, so happy birthday, wife, and thank you for all the support that you show me, but we also get Walmart earnings, Home Depot earnings, and just for a little bit of flavor, Coinbase earnings. Now, Walmart and Home Depot are before the market opens. Coinbase is after the market closes, and that's on Tuesday, which is our first trading day this week. So something that we most definitely want to watch out for, and it can provide a lot of insight into different parts of our economy and, or in Coinbase's case, different parts of crypto that I think need to be heard. Walmart and Home Depot will provide flavor on the consumer. Coinbase will provide some flavor on the crypto market. So we'll see what insights they have to offer us. If you guys want to hear more of my commentary, by the way, check the links down below. Find the link for my Patreon, click on that link, sign up, come visit us over there, be part of the community. It's growing fast and we'd love to have you be part of it. That said, I'm Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Let's get right into it. So before I talk about Walmart and Home Depot, I do want you to see this chart. This is shares of gross domestic product, personal consumption expenditures, and the biggest thing there is to see this number that we have up in the top right-hand corner. The top left-hand corner. And in the top left-hand corner, it says 68%, and that can also be seen down on the chart over here, that consumers right now, about 68% of the GDP is made up by personal consumption. And Walmart and Home Depot are both over $300 billion companies, so they are heavy hitters in the world of finance and what they have to say about not only what they saw from the consumer in the past, but also what they see coming for consumers for their own futures over the next year is going to be really important to us for telling us signs about recession, any sort of economic slowdown. Are they seeing any sort of slowdown? Do they see strength coming from the consumer? Those are all things that we want to hear about from both Walmart and Home Depot. Now, Walmart being known for lower cost, that is something that will tell us about the lower income individuals and also people just looking for great deals. We know that the lower income individuals can't absorb the changes in prices the way the higher income individuals can, because higher income individuals have higher discretionary spending, whereas lower income individuals don't really have that discretionary spending and are living paycheck to paycheck and possibly already in debt. So any further or long-lasting inflation could be detrimental to that population. And then also, what are we seeing from the higher income individuals that are looking for a deal by shopping at Walmart rather than more premium stores? That's also some flavor that we want to hear from Walmart. Now, as for their earnings themselves, we're looking for the revenue to come in at about $160 billion, up 4.5%, and earnings per share to come in at about $1.52. And then there's also the net income that goes into that of 15%. I don't know why I didn't go in order. I just didn't go in order. So what does that mean about price action for Walmart stock? Well, for that, I have the chart for you right here, and Walmart, you can see, has had an incredible run over the years. This is dating all the way back to 1998. And in recent years, we've had a little bit more of a sell-off into earnings, although there have been some exceptions. So just keep that in mind. Since 2018, there were a lot of sell-offs after earnings. I don't know that we'll see that this time. I do want to point out, however, that up here, close to $150 per share, which is where the closing price currently sits, near that about $146.44. As we close in on that $150 per share, we hit some pretty hard resistance for Walmart. So if they give us a really big beat on revenue and income with excellent forward guidance, it's possible that we set new all-time highs for Walmart. If there's any sort of weakness expected in the near future, then we can tumble that stock price back down from where we currently sit. And I do want to point out that we're seeing all-time highs when we look at this chart. So all-time high for Walmart is actually closing in on 160. So they would have to have some pretty incredible earnings to move them up further from where they're at. And it's not that that's not possible. Maybe they stand to benefit greatly from the state of the economy throughout 2023. We're going to have to listen to the earnings call for that and see what Walmart has to say. And I guarantee you the market is going to react based on what Walmart and Home Depot have to say in their earnings calls. With that said, let's move over to Home Depot. So Home Depot tells us a lot about the homeowners and how they're spending. And we know that homeowners can spend very large amounts of money on improving their homes, especially if they're getting ramped up for a seller's market. So Home Depot can tell us about what the outlook is for that housing market, also more about the state of the economy. Will homeowners rush out to keep on spending in 2023, or they'd be a little bit more conservative about the projects that they do? So again, we're hearing from big companies who have a lot of big data, looking not only at what has happened for them in the past, but also looking forward to project what's going to happen to them in the future. So we need to listen to their expectations and their guidance. And again, it is something that has the ability to massively move the market. So we really want to pay attention to that. And these two companies alone are enough to determine whether or not we see red or green in the market on Tuesday. So when we look at the earnings estimates for Home Depot, the revenue up not even quite 1% is what's expected, so we'll have to watch for that. Perhaps the consumer was stronger than expected, and it beats the estimates there. Net income is another thing to look at. And this is coming off a very strong year for Home Depot. So even though there's a small amount to be gained for revenue, a small amount to be lost for net income, it's the guidance that's really going to make the difference for them. And then we have the earnings per share to see how well they weathered the year. And like I said, guidance coming out of Walmart and Home Depot. We want to look for that, to have leading indicators for what's happening in the economy, for what to expect from the consumers, which make up about 70% of the gross domestic product. Again, I can't stress that enough, how huge it is to take these two gigantic companies and give us flavor on the consumer for 2023. We're at some of the highest prices we've ever seen from Home Depot, and we actually have this nice little resistance shelf taking place for them right around $333. So that's about a $15 difference from where they currently closed to about where we would find resistance for this. The peak for Home Depot leveled off at just over $400 per share. So we're really going to have to listen in for Home Depot. I don't know that it's going to be great. They do have the 50-day moving average down here, which is quickly ducking down towards the 200-day. Hopefully that isn't something that leads to a death cross for us. Walmart and Home Depot could be very telling if we get any sort of continued GDP strength, or if we get weakness in GDP, or if we get a collapse in GDP to where it goes negative and start to enter recession. So we really want to listen to what they have to say, because it's really going to be telling for us about these companies. Finally, we have Coinbase for a forward guidance look on the crypto market. What exactly is it that they have to say to us? What can they tell us about what they see for the crypto market? From retail, from the institutions, we really want to know what's coming up in 2023 for the crypto market. BTC and ETH are both going to be more determinant in their price action with what happens to Coinbase. So Coinbase could give us a little bit of indication for what they see for the future of Bitcoin and ETH, but ultimately I believe it's Bitcoin and ETH that are going to move Coinbase. So we're going to have to watch that price action to watch and see what happens with Coinbase. Coinbase makes most of their money from retail, and so retail strength, when it's there, is very good for Coinbase. Retail, when it's not making the transactions, and when Coinbase One subscriptions are not strong, those are things that can make Coinbase's business suffer. And like I said, regulation makes that tough. FTX, as mentioned on the screen here, makes that tough. These are the considerations that we have to have for the crypto market. There's not going to be any lack of attempts from governments around the world to regulate crypto to we'll say, in the most benevolent sense, the safest extent possible. But then also there's the tinfoil hat version, where to the most controlling extent possible. So you get to choose where you're on that spectrum. I know that there are both narratives out there. I think there is a lot to be said about safety. Anybody caught up in FTX? I thought that FTX was wonderful. I didn't actually have any money on it, but I definitely thought about putting money on it. And honestly, if I wasn't in Coinbase first, FTX would have had my second choice. Coinbase, I lucked out. That was my first choice. So far, they've been rock stars, and now we just need to see if they continue to be rock stars in the face of regulation. With that said, let's take a look at Coinbase's price action. And like I said, Coinbase is going to be led around by the nose by whatever Bitcoin, we'll just say whatever Bitcoin does to make it easier for right now. It still is the big dog on the porch. So imagine that Bitcoin takes one of its hands and then grabs a hold of Coinbase's nose and just like leads it around, and Coinbase is going, ow, 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 right? Whether that's up or down in its stock price, the crypto market is going to rule Coinbase through and through. And the bigger retail investment that we have in Coinbase, the better Coinbase is going to do. For retail and institutions to both dump money back into the crypto market, we need quantitative easing to take place. So 2023 could be a very rough year for crypto. However, we could see a consolidation period for it, maybe even when we see new lows beyond what it's currently at before it starts skyrocketing onwards. And honestly, that's going to be priced in probably when quantitative easing is expected to take place rather than when it does take place. So we want to keep an eye on that so that way we can take advantage of it as well as possible. My favorites out of this, Ethereum, definitely number one. Matic is on there. I still like Cardano. I still think it has a fighting chance, so I'm going to stick with that one. Now for Bitcoin, I did report in one of my earlier videos I don't have any. I actually checked my account. I have the current price about $6 worth of Bitcoin. So I can't say that I don't have any. Matter of fact, I kind of forgot that I had that. I think I got it through Coinbase, one of their earn programs, or answering one of their quizzes. I don't know, some promotion got me about $6 worth of Bitcoin. So for a Coinbase, for their stock, for their price action, you can see they IPO'd right at the top of the crypto market, which was incredible. And I used to own Coinbase stock. I don't currently own Coinbase stock. However, we got to see at the height of this, bottoming out at about $31 per share. It is nice to see that bottom. And for Coinbase, if I believe that we're not at the bottom of the crypto market, if I think that we'll see the bottom, another bottom yet again, that could set up an opportunity for Coinbase in order to get back in, or at the very least make a swing trade on it. So for earnings, Coinbase does report earnings after the close on Tuesday. And so that could be an opportunity for a trade if you believe that there's going to be a big movement in either direction for Coinbase. If I had to guess from where it currently sits, my direction would be down. Only because in the short term, I think that there's significant hurdles for crypto. However, over longer time horizons, I think that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and several of the bigger altcoins definitely have a fighting chance to actually turn into something very, very good, very, very strong, and very broadly used throughout the world by large members of the community. Right now, it's still very niche, in my opinion, that people outside of the financial space or out of the crypto space are still very leery of it, are very in the dark about it, and they might know Bitcoin. And after Bitcoin, they're not really sure about the other cryptocurrencies other than just maybe to call it crypto. So until my parents, who are both near 70 years of age, actually my father's over 70 years of age, until they start talking to me openly about crypto and fluently about crypto, that's when we'll know that we hit market saturation. And until that point in time, crypto still has a long way to go for growth, and that can be very good for Bitcoin's price action, Ethereum's price action, and several of the other of the altcoins, especially the Ethereum layer 2s. Those are things that I'm really excited about when it comes to crypto. So let me summarize. Walmart and Home Depot's guidance is going to be absolutely critical to the direction of the markets. That's something that we absolutely want to hear from what they're seeing from the consumers, because that's going to tell us about the strength of the consumers that they expect through 2023. Are the consumers as strong as we think they are? Will consumption stay strong? According to Walmart and Home Depot, again, two enormous companies with a lot of data on this stuff. If they see the consumer is staying strong, well, then the market could possibly stay strong. If they say that they see storm clouds on the horizon of a weakening consumer, well, then we get a weakening market. Those are definitely things that we want to listen for. And I am completely open to either answer that we get, and then watching the market react as a result, and it's going to react quickly. We should see it pretty much immediately upon their earnings calls with the commentary that they give us. Coinbase, still listening for that commentary on the crypto market. That's what I care about the most. I expect it to drop in the short term. I don't think that Q4 is going to be a great thing for Coinbase. Q1, I don't know that it's a different story for them either. And like I said, I really want their forward guidance to see what Coinbase is seeing for the future of crypto, at least over 2023. Hopefully they'll give us some flavor on longer time horizons as well. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. If you want to hear more of my commentary or see more of what I have to offer, check out the link for the Patreon down in the description. There's also some other links that you can click on that not only support me and my channel, but they can also return to you as well. Check those out. And some other free stuff. Clicking the like button, super simple. Just give it a tap if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button to see more of my content and the notification bell to see anytime that it comes out. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. We'll see you in the next video.